Hi, this is Miriam from Keto My Way. I can't believe I'm here 2 days in a row, but it ties in very well to what I want to talk about. And that is sort of a new keto beginning. I don't want to call it a restart because I never really stopped anything. There was nothing I stopped, but it is a new beginning. I spoke about September being a really fun restart month for me. So here I am restarting. So what I want to talk to you a little bit about today is my collaboration with my coach, Lisa Carroll. Her Facebook page is called Keto Revolution. There are two of them. The one that has all caps, Keto, all caps, is not her page. Go to the one that is just Keto Revolution, spelled capital Keto, capital R, Revolution. Her graphic at the top is black and gray and a splash of red, so you'll know you're landing on the right page. What we decided is that we would team up on one Facebook page, and I will do videos, things that I'm experiencing, meal plans, my shopping, my groceries, obstacles that I've had, things like that. And Lisa will follow up with her coaching and nutrition expertise. Like today, I'm going to talk to you about a little bit of the grocery shopping I did yesterday. And a lot of items I bought had a lot of fat in them. And she will talk about why the fat is good for you. I'll talk very briefly, but I think she'll follow up with that. And if she doesn't follow up this video with that, she'll do it another time. But that's what our plans are to do, is to complement one another and work together to bring you a really productive, informative page. So anyway, let me just start with showing you the groceries. Well, what I really need to start with is learn how to do iMovie so I can piece together things. Right now I can't do that. I can't even figure out how to turn the screen while I'm in the middle of recording. So I will just have to show you the picture this way. Oh, it's not going to work. Okay, so who is that? Oh, that was me. All right, so okay, so this was my haul yesterday. It was the radishes and avocado and Kerrygold butter and spinach and asparagus and green onions, and this item here I want to talk about. And this is the English clotted cream, which I've never had, but it was a treat to get it. Avocados. Oh, the lighting is, let me see if I can shut this light off. Nah, doesn't help. All right, there's a whole bunch of that's my cat, Vinny. There was a whole bunch of cheeses at the front there. So what I wanted to talk about a little bit is, first of all, eating keto doesn't have to break the bank. It really doesn't. It can. When I first started, it was very expensive. I was buying more meat and more chicken and fish than I could ever eat. Like right now, my husband will buy a 1 pound steak and we split it and there's leftover. It never used to be that way. We were each good for a pound. So I spent a lot of money because I didn't know that your appetite diminishes. And also I thought I would bake, which I don't. So I had bought a lot of extracts and like the Sucrin Golds and the Swerve and all of that, which I have since sent to my girlfriends because I just don't bake. I'm not going to do it. So I did spend a lot of money, but now I'm not spending a lot of money. And I just wanted to say for me personally, what I save on, takeout and fast food and junk food and getting coffee out of the house and all of that sort of stuff, that alone pays for my keto for the week. And then whatever I would spend on groceries, now I'm not spending on groceries. So I just wanted to say that. I mean, if you wanted to do, the organic and the grass-fed and all of that, and I do a lot of that because I'm very fortunate that I can spend that money. But you don't have to do it to do keto. It's not necessary. So if you read some keto sites and it says, oh, you have to do grass-fed this and organic this and that, forget it. You don't have to. Just eat what you're supposed to eat. And eating what you're supposed to eat is under 20 grams of carbs a day, 50 to 75 grams of protein, and fat to satiety, which is usually 2 to 3 times your amount of protein. So if I'm eating 50 grams of protein a day, my fat is like 120 to 150. And I think when people start keto, they're very afraid of fat. Please don't. I know that there are people that say if you eat fat, then your body doesn't burn the fat. And the science really does not support that. If you eat fat beyond satiety, let's say the right amount of fat, like I said, is like 2 to 3 times the amount of protein. So let's say 100 grams, then you eat 300 grams of fat. I mean, that's not good for you. I mean, that amount of fat probably will make you sick, and you probably won't lose weight, and you probably will say, oh, this doesn't work. But if you keep those ranges sort of where they're supposed to be, you don't have to be afraid of fat. I hope Lisa talks about that. I know that your gut needs to send a signal to your body to release your fat stores. And unless the gut is getting that signal through your eating enough and enough fat, then, you can stall from not eating a lot of fat. So let me just give a shout out to, hi Jen, my friend who, when she feels bloated, when she's having a stall, she sits down, she eats fat bombs, and the next day she got 2-3 pounds gone. And Lisa was telling me about a client that had the same experience. So Lisa will talk a lot about fat consumption and how you really shouldn't be scared of it. So this wasn't as rambling as you think it is, because on that grocery thing, the thing I wanted to talk to you about, I found Amish style high fat sour cream. Full fat sour cream usually has 5 grams of fat. This has 11. It's delicious. I also went on a tour of Italy and bought Italian butter and Italian cheeses, all full fat, all just, very satisfying. Probably 1 or 2 ounces of cheese is all I'm going to need. So I wasn't afraid of the fat. If you can't eat the dairy, don't worry. We'll address that also. You don't have to have, that's another thing. Along with the grass-fed organic thing, which doesn't have to be. You don't have to eat dairy in order to be keto. People talk about the bulletproof coffee by putting, butter in their coffee. I take full fat cream. You don't need that. I have a fantastic recipe using cocoa butter and things like that. You can do this very nicely without dairy. So don't worry about that. That's somewhere down the line. So anyway, when I say a new start, is I want to get loosely into meal planning. I already talked about how I rebel against structure. I never follow a diet that comes with a meal plan. I just wouldn't do that. But what I want to do is loosely meal plan, because when I go back to work on Tuesday and I'm walking out the door at 7 o'clock, I cannot at 6 o'clock be looking into the refrigerator saying, oh my God, what should I take in case I'm hungry later? And it just can't be. I need options. So what I want to do in these videos is to share with you some of my planning that I'm doing, what I actually landed up eating for the day, what worked, what didn't, what held me 4 or 5 hours, what maybe 2 or 3 hours later I was hungry. So I want to share that with you. And the other thing I want to share is I'm going to be doing ketone testing with my video. So I have my meter. I had 1 strip left, which I used on the video that I made before this one, but I ran out of time. Remember yesterday I was afraid of going over 10 minutes and I ran out of time. So I don't have another strip. So starting tomorrow, I will watch the time. I'll make sure I get a meter reading. Also, Lisa said there's a correlation between your ketone level at night and your fasting blood sugar. So I'm gonna do those readings and I will share those with you. So anyway, it's just, I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to really sharing. There's a couple of other issues that I want to share with you as time goes on. I have a problem with binging, even on keto. It's easier for me on keto because I'm not facing those binge foods all day long at every meal. But if I make something along the lines of a fat bomb, I have these little cheesecake cupcakes, make 8, and I eat one, I will eat the other 7 out of the freezer frozen, even if I'm sick and I'm not hungry. So keto hasn't solved everything, but I want to share that with you and saying, well, geez, if I eat more fat during the day, even though I'm driven emotionally and not necessarily physically, if I can at least get rid of the physical component, does that help the emotional and mental component? So as I go along, I want to share that with you also. I'm just looking to see what else. I should be looking at you. I'm looking at my list. So there's so much to share. I want to talk about, again, about net carbs versus total carbs. And again, Lisa will follow up with the science, but I want to give you my experience of it. So I have a lot to share, a lot to talk about. I hope it's helpful. It will be doubly helpful if you go to Keto Revolution and see what Lisa posts and see what her followers post. And the two of us together will give you a really fantastic experience. We're hoping if you're just starting, you'll get the experience, you'll get the information, and that's what we're hoping. By coming together, we can give you, what was that Doublemint commercial? Double the fun, double something. So we're hoping that we can pair up like that and give you double the experience. And we have other things down the pike. But we're starting with sharing the Facebook page. So I'm going to keep keto my way probably for a little while until I remember sometime like Thursday that I want to take the page down. So for now, please go to Keto Revolution. Again, not the one with all caps, just the regular Keto Revolution. Ask Lisa to join. You'll see both of us. And she puts a lot of really nice coaching videos up that I think you're going to enjoy. So anyway, I hope this wasn't too rambling. I was trying to get in a lot of things that I wanted to talk about. But I will see you tomorrow for sure, and I hope I have more ketone strips because I'll do a test for you. All right, bye-bye.